Hey, Dustin Tibbetts here, financial advisor with Jazz Wealth Managers. How you doing today? Hope you're having a great day here so far. Well, we're financial advisors in the sense that we try to do things differently. Whether you're just getting started and you're just investing for the first time, or you're almost about to retire and you're trying to make plans around that, well, we'll help you out with that. Doesn't matter how big or small you are. And so a lot of times customers have other goals, right? I tell my customers, just save for retirement. Whatever it is you need to do, I'll help you figure out that number and then put it aside, right? Let's go work on your net worth for a while. You know, JP Morgan, Vanguard, Morgan Stanley, and now most recently Goldman Sachs have sent letters to their high net worth customers saying you probably should expect lower returns going forward in the stock market. Well, we follow every one of those letters. We get them all here as well. And I thought, okay, we need to focus on people's net worths, right? This is that time in life where we need to start paying off debts. It's the time in the economic cycle where we need to shore up our personal finances and get ready to sort of participate in some discounts, maybe. Anyways, I have a customer who we started working about 2 years ago to get them towards an income property. Dead set on this income property. He's saving enough for retirement, doing great at work, doing great in his Roth IRA, and it was time to move on to building his net worth. Now, he has just about enough money to put as a down payment on the house in the price range he's looking for. This is income property, by the way. He's already got a primary residence. So the other day last week actually, he calls and he goes, Dustin, I bought a house. I'm in, man. Let's do this. I'm so excited. I found the deal of a century. I'm really pumped. He was ready to go. And I go, you don't have enough money yet. What happened? Talk to me, man. I hope this is good. Let's hear it. And he's like, well, yeah, I know. I don't quite have enough money yet. I have enough money to put the down payment down. I signed a contract. We're moving forward, doing inspections and everything. It's a fixer-upper. So I'm going to need some money to fix this up. I haven't had a chance to save that yet. Jumped the gun a little bit there, didn't he? Anyways, he got excited and he goes, that's okay. I know what I'm going to do. Just want to run this by you. I've already started the paperwork. I'm really excited about this. What do you think, Dustin? And he goes, I don't want to take a loan for my 401k. I'm just not interested in doing that. We'll come back to that in a second. But he didn't want to take the loan. I said, okay, no problem. I mean, it's not for everybody. And so I said, well, where are you going to get the money? Talk to me, man. And he goes, well, listen, I talked to my employer. He's good friends with his boss. His boss says he can do an in-service rollover to an IRA, right? An in-service rollover, he got this from our videos. He's like, I learned this from you, bud. I went there and I asked him, and he said I could do this. What this means is that your employer will allow you, while you're still working for that company, they will allow you to move your money from the 401k to the IRA. Just do a rollover as if you didn't even work for them and you retired or you quit or whatever. He's like, so I'm going to move that over. He goes, I figure I'm going to have to, roll over about $40,000. He wants to play it safe. So he's like, I'm going to take $40,000 and I'm going to put that sucker in the IRA. And I said, okay, doesn't quite solve your problem yet, so I hope there's more. And he goes, yeah, there's more. Here's what I'm going to do from there. Once that's done, I've got the IRA with Jazz Wealth. I'm going to have you move it into my Roth IRA. I know I'm going to pay taxes, but hey, I was going to pay taxes on it anyways, right? So I don't mind paying the taxes. I just don't want to pay the 10% penalty, right? So if I move it from the IRA, then convert it to a Roth IRA, I'll owe some taxes. I can avoid the penalty. And you always say whatever's in my Roth IRA, I can just take it out anytime I want. I said, okay, you've really thought about this, man. I love the deep thinking. It shows that people are really looking at every little detail of their finances. And he's like, thanks, man. He's like, let's get this ball rolling. What do we do? And I said, well, before I crush your dream just to the core here, what don't you like about the 401k loan? And he's like, it's ridiculous. It was 6% that I have to pay back out of every paycheck and everything. It's 6% interest rate. And he's like, no, I'm not paying somebody 6%. Well, he misunderstood the 401k loan. He thought you actually paid the 6% to some magical person that gave you this loan. So I explained to him, no, a 401k loan, that's your interest. You're paying yourself back the 6%, right? So you borrow whatever you need to borrow, you're paying yourself back plus interest. So it's kind of like a guaranteed 6% return. Where did we start this whole video? JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, and Vanguard telling their customers expect lower returns. The average returns are 7. If they're thinking lower returns, right, 4 or 5%, are you not doing better by borrowing from yourself and paying yourself back? And he's like, well, I didn't know that, right? I didn't know that's how it works. And he's like, yeah, but don't I pay taxes twice? I go, no, that's a big myth and everything. So we explained that to him. We'll do a video on that sometime. I said, no, that's not the way it works. It's common like misconception. So really the 401k loan's not bad. And he's like, no, I want to do this. I don't want the loan because what if I quit my job and I got to pay it back or it counts as a withdrawal or whatever. I just don't want to do that. And I said, okay, well, here's the problem with your rule here. You're going to move it to the IRA. If your employer is going to allow you to do that, then great. You can do that, no problem, no tax, no penalty, no nothing. The problem is when you go and convert that money to the Roth, let's say the $40,000, right? He needs about $34,000, $35,000. I said, the problem is when you convert this, you now have to wait 5 years. There is no way around that. If you take the money out before 5 years, any money that you've converted, if you take that money out, you're going to pay the penalty. So you really didn't get around the penalty there. And he's like, crap. I didn't know that was the rule. You said I could take the money out anytime I want. I said, no, I said you could take your contributions out anytime you want. The IRS doesn't care if you put $1 in, take $1 out. But if you do a conversion, if you take out earnings, right? Anything like that, rollovers, things like that. If you take that money out early, well, you got to wait 5 years on that one. So you still have to pay the 10%. So it didn't really help him in that case, and it was just such a small little rule that maybe wouldn't have come up. He was already ready to do this. He wasn't even going to tell me about it. So it's the little rules like that where people don't have the right math. They don't have the right formula, right? Think about the people that are really wealthy in this country, the people that make it to places. It's because they had the right formula. They had the right math to get them there, right? People that just start a business, I have some family that have started a business that has no chance of ever really making any real money. You have to do it because you love it, right? So people that start businesses that don't really have the potential to scale or make any money, well, they have visions of becoming wealthy, but they don't have the math right, right? And I'm really big on that here. We got to have the math right to get you to your goal. The last thing I can do, I'd have some horrible reviews if people were getting to retirement and we didn't get the math right, right? And all of a sudden they retire and they don't have enough money. Whose fault is that? Right here, right? So we can't get the math right. I can't get one thing wrong with you guys. And in this case, by stopping this customer, well, we saved him 10% for $4,000 really if he tried to do this, plus the taxes, and then you have to go back in time, try to fix this whole thing. So at the end of the day, the 401k loan is what he needs to do and is what he's going to do, considering he's already put he's under contract, he's got the money down, he wants this house. At this point, he's willing to do whatever it takes. So just thought I'd share that with you. A little different story there. Have the right math. Find someone that can get you the right advice to get to that level. Everybody that makes it to a certain level has the right advice. Now, maybe from a financial advisor, could be from an uncle, a friend, parents, or whatever. Make sure you're getting the right information at the right time so that you can navigate your financial life as efficiently as possible. Hey, we do a show every day navigating the stock markets. It's called The Closing Beat. We do it 5 o'clock Eastern Time on our YouTube channel, Jazz Wealth Managers. It starts live. We'll cover everything in the stock market for the day just to give you an update as to what happened. I hope you'll join us for that. I hope you enjoyed this video. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you soon.
Why should you choose Jazz Wealth as your retirement or long-term investing service? Our portfolios are managed by us, not some faceless mutual fund manager. Our private classes will teach you everything about investing and getting your dough straight. Best of all, our fiduciary standard means your best interest comes before ours.